G'day mates. Let it be known right here, right now, that blood oximetry is the single most critical measurement of apnea control. Would anyone like to debate this with me? Go on. I dare you, jump in the comments and have a go, I'll take it. No, it is, guys. It's the very reason we breathe, and it's the root cause of all sleep and health problems associated with, you know what? Apnea. So here's the cold hard truth, whether you like it or not, I don't really care. The CPAP manufacturers, they bend the rules, they manipulate the reports to make you believe the therapy is always effective, and it's not always effective. The game is rigged. The goalposts move from diagnosis to treatment so that everyone hits a home run on CPAP. The perfect example of this is ResMed's myAir score. You could have 100 apneas per hour, oxygen levels down to 50%. You're on your deathbed, severe sleep apnea, but still score 95 out of 100. How well the CPAP is treating your apnea, the very reason you wear that mask at night, contributes to 5% of the total score. Remember back in the day when you were a kid, and you'd finish last in the school race, but you'd still get a little white participation ribbon just so your feelings weren't hurt? That's the equivalent of the ResMed myAir score. It's ResMed's fantasy world of make-believe where everyone's a winner. But guess what? Some of you are not winning. And that, my dear friends, is where Sleep HQ is completely different. Sleep HQ is honest, accurate, uncensored therapy results. Real results. For those of you living in the real world, not ResMed's fantasy world of make-believe where everyone's a winner, everyone gets a participation ribbon. We don't want you to have a participation ribbon. We want you to train hard and get first place and win that big-ass sleep apnea trophy that you can pour a beer into and drink it down. All right, that's what we're about. And now for the first time ever, Sleep HQ Pro accounts with O2 rings can now view their oxygen, heart rate, and movement data alongside their CPAP therapy reports to validate their treatment. Let's head over to Sleep HQ and see what that looks like. Alrighty, so here we are over at Sleep HQ, and today we're looking at David's CPAP results from Sunday, November 6th, 2022. Let's take a look how David's doing. He's using an AirSense 10 AutoSet machine, a machine I'm sure many of you are familiar with. So on this particular day, David has an AHI, an apnea-hypopnea index of 2.64. Tick. Great stuff, David. For 95% of the night, up here in blue, his pressure was 15.46 or below. He's got excellent leak rates. Look at this, leak rate 0.0. Perfect score. Great stuff, Dave. And daily usage, a very healthy 6 hours and 26 minutes. Now, if David opened up his myAir app right now on this day, that's 100 every day of the week. Tick, excellent results. But let's go down and see what the O2 ring says about this data. So I'm scrolling down here. We can see here we've got his flow rate. We can zoom in and see how he's breathing. It's okay. You can see there's a few events here that have been missed. I didn't even know this, but you can see right here, there should be an OA, obstructive apnea flag, one of these yellow flags here, 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 here. So straight off the bat, just me zooming in on one little section, that was pure coincidence. I can see straight away that the AHI is wrong because there's a lot of flags missed in his flow rate. All right, let's scroll down a bit more though, because I want to show you, I'm just going to reset the charts, the blood oxygen level. So here it is. These are the three charts added to the dashboard, the data coming from the O2 ring, and this is completely wireless, completely automatic. You can wear your O2 ring overnight, wake up in the morning, take it off, and you don't need to do anything else. The data will automatically connect up to your Sleep HQ dashboard. Really cool stuff. So we've got here the pulse rate, how his heart's beating, and we've got the SpO2, which is his blood oximetry, his blood oxygen levels. And then we've also got movement data. When he's moving around in bed, we can pick up on the movement data also. Now let's just take a look here. Today, I'm going to go into this in so much more detail, guys, but today is just a little quick example for you. We'll just take a look at the SpO2. And you can see this period here. I'll just zoom in. This is what you're after. So this is sort of the goal that you're trying to achieve. You can see here this blood oximetry 96, and see how stable that is. Right, see how it's just nice and flat, nice healthy blood oxygen levels. 96 is a great level. All right, beautiful, nice and flat, nice and consistent. But if I'll just reset the charts, have a look at these sections here. All right, all of a sudden that line's completely changed, hasn't it? See it going, see it bumping around down to 94. Down here it goes down to 91, all right, which is a 5%, well, which is dropping 5 from that baseline of 96 there. All right, so but you can see the lines change there. And let's go back out and look at this one over here. What's going on here? All right, now we're down below 90. We're down at 88 now. So, and for the rest of the night, look at this. The blood oxygen level is just dropping. And the reason it's dropping down to 89, 90, 90, 90, it's just dropping, then coming back up, is because his breathing is terrible. So what I'm trying to show you here is the CPAP therapy results are showing you one thing. They're giving you 100 out of 100. But if I was to give this a score right now based on David's O2 data, I'd be giving him a score of, there's so much room for improvement. I would say 70 to 75 out of 100. And so when Sleep HQ, when we have our own score, it's going to incorporate O2 data, not just your CPAP therapy data, but your O2 data as well, which will give you much more of a complete picture about how your therapy is going. And so if I was consulting with David, I don't do consults right now, but if I was consulting with David, I would be able to make changes to his therapy so that his blood oxygen level always looks like this. Well, for the majority of the night. We don't have to get it always looking like this, but for the majority of the night, nice and stable, and it's going to give him a much better sleep, because every one of these little oxygen desaturations, where it's dropping from 96 to 93, will most likely be associated with what's called a cortical arousal. It's basically your brain coming out of sleep for a microsecond to tell you to breathe, all right? It's like the missus giving you that elbow to the ribs that I always talk about, but it's your brain doing it. It's going, something's wrong. You know, I need to come out of sleep to breathe properly. And because of that, you get a very, very fragmented sleep pattern. It's very hard to get into a nice deep sleep cycle. I did all this at uni, guys. This was my honours year at university, so I know a lot about this sort of stuff. But yeah, you get a very fragmented sleep pattern. And so although you're sleeping 8 hours, it's very disturbed. It's just like having constant nudges. You know, if you've got a brand new baby, you get those constant interruptions. That's exactly what it's like. And just one more thing, while I've got your attention, you can see here, look what happens also to his heart. This is really cool stuff. So here, his heart's beating around, 71, 72, when his oxygen levels are nice and flat. But check out what happens when his oxygen levels start to drop. All of a sudden, his heart rate is up here at 91, 88, 89. It's jumped right up. His heart's now racing because there's less oxygen in his blood. So the heart has to circulate more blood around the body to deliver the same level of oxygen. All right, really, really cool stuff. Now, all right, so that's sort of how we can use the oxygen pulse rate and movement data combined with the CPAP therapy data, just a quick example. But let's go across now to the O2 Ring dashboard, because you can view this alongside your CPAP therapy results, but you can also just view it alone as an O2 dashboard, okay? So Sunday the 6th of November. All right, guys, so here's a first look at the brand new O2 dashboard. All this great information coming directly from the O2 Ring. It's no longer combined with the CPAP therapy data, and it's more detailed. So just a quick example, up here in the top left, we've got our top tier data, like the CPAP data, but for the O2 Ring. We've got our statistics over here on the right, and we've got our interactive chart. So we can zoom in at any point in the night and see exactly what's going on. What happened here, David? Why did your oxygen drop from 97 down to 88? What caused that? And how can we prevent it from happening so your heart isn't going boom, 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 and you can get into a nice deep sleep without all those interruptions. Cheers. Sleep HQ Pro goes live on Friday the 25th of November 2022. Until then, sleep well, look after your mates. Let's go win that trophy. Cheers.